All right, so let's try problem 4223. Use the following results from a test for marijuana use, which is provided by a certain drug testing company. Among 143 subjects with positive test results, 24 false positives, 100 out of 157 negative results, 5 false negatives. So I'm not sure how that number got in there. All right, so let's create a table. They say construct a table. So how can we do that? Well, one easy way, just use StatCrunch. You can do it there just as well as anywhere. You could do an Excel sheet, but StatCrunch is available, so let's try it. I just have to show you how to create the contingency table. All right, so we're going to say positive, negative. Those are the two test results. And they were either true positives or negatives or false positives or negatives. All right. So there was 143 who tested positive. So that's the marginal. And 24 were false. So this number here, you subtract 24 from 143, it's 119. So there were 119 true positives. And there was also 157 negative results. So that's the marginal there. And then there were 5 false negatives. So 5 false negatives. That means 152 true negatives. All right, so they want to know who didn't use or tested negative. So we're going to create another table here. We're going to do use, not use. And still positive, negative. All right. So from the positives that were true, those were users. So there's 119. The false positives were the ones that didn't use. That's 24. So we still have 143 in that column. Now, the negatives on the test results that actually used, those are the false negatives. Because the test said they were negative, they didn't use, but they were false, so they were users. So that's 5 used. That means 147 didn't use. You do the marginal, you still get 100. Oop, my bad. This should be 152. There we go. So that gives you the 157. Now, the total, if you add those up, is 300. Total here is 176. Total here is 124. Now, they want to know the probability that it's an or, tested negative or did not use. So that's the bottom row with the right column. So it's the negative row with the not used column. So in the calculator, I would take the bottom column is 157. And the second row, the not used row, is 176. But they occurred twice. There's the intersections, 152, so I have to subtract that because that 152 is included in both of those sums, and then I divide by the 300. So it's an or statement. So it's 0.603 would be the probability of this or statement. So you see, we had to construct a table, but the original table didn't tell us anything about use and not use, and it gets really confusing if you just try to do the numbers on the side. So we recreated the table, but instead of using true false, we used use not use, So a true positive is a user, and a false negative is a user. You see the 119 and the 5 line up for users. Okay? So that's it for problem 5, or I'm say 4.2.23. And I know I'm around here somewheres. There it is. Okay, over and out, Dr. K.